Hello! Now we're looking at the skeleton regulations. Right, so, to start, the regulation states that the sleigh must weigh at least 94.6 pounds. This just means that everyone again's got the same advantage. No one's going to win it because their sleigh's heavier. No one's going to lose because their sleigh's slightly lighter. It all kind of depends on how you handle the track. And yeah, anything, I believe anything over or under results in a disqualification, like from the tournament, so from the set of races. I believe it's happened once or twice. I've sadly not been able to find it on YouTube or any other means of media, which is a shame. But it's because someone had a heavier sleigh and they got kicked out and disqualified from the Olympic Games, which means that he's wasted 4 years of his life training for something, and he's gone and blown it because he can't be bothered to have the same sleigh as everyone else. The next regulation is it links back to the second rule of the sprint. The sliders must open with a run on a runway which has to be 100 feet in length. This just means, again, no unfair advantage, and it just means every track's the same. So again, there's no advantages or disadvantages to it. Next, we'll have all sliders must wear helmets and gloves and protective equipment of kinds. Good example, it will be down below. There's a video section of videos. It's the one on the right, I believe, is the one where someone has fallen off, but the helmet that they have to wear has kind of saved her because she's hit her head a few times on the side. She didn't have a helmet. That could be quite nasty. Because she had the helmet, because of the regulation, she was all fine. She got up, walked away from it. Next, we'll have the track's length must be 1,000 metres to 2,000 metres in length. So from top to bottom, must be between them two. You can find this out. I'll see if I can add it in as well onto Learn. Some tracks length, you'll see that this point's backed up. This just means, again, that everything's the same. So no one will have an advantage of like home field or away or stuff like that. All tracks must have some form of electronic timing system. You'll see this a lot on the videos. There's a little bit in the corner, it's like a little tab, which all the times are running off of. And when you go to an event, you'll have a big timing board. So this means that the regulation just means that everyone can see what's happening. So if there's any confusion, like if races go down to 1,000th of a second, they've got that timing system on there, so we know who wins compared to someone with a stopwatch who could get it wrong. Next, every track must have a medical room and paramedics on standby. I believe this regulation is probably the most important regulation out of the lot of them. This is because the skeleton is a very dangerous sport. Sharp blades, quick speeds, and there's not a lot of protective equipment on your body. It is on your top half, but not so much your bottom half, which is quite worrying. So you would want paramedics and a medic room there so that someone can be someone can be treated with whatever injuries that they may have from that accident. Lastly, there must be a room for technical inspections of the sleds and the runners. So what I mean by runner is so you got the sleigh, which is the bit they lay on, and the runners are the blades, you see. So because they've got to be the regulatory weight, as mentioned earlier in this video. They have to have the same weight, and they have to have the same depth of blade and same like grooves and everything. So again, no one's got an unfair advantage on anyone else. So yeah, those were the rules and regulations for the skeleton. There weren't many, but I found for the regulations the IBSF PDF file, which I'll try and download and send in with this, so you can have a look at all 56 pages of the rules. And the same for Formula 1, I'll try the same, and you can have a look at all 106 pages of the regulations if that really tickles your fancy. But find below videos of some examples of the rules being followed. So yeah, those were the rules and regulations.